As the topic of today is India's population is a problem, not a problem but an opportunity. I totally agree with this that India's population is actually a opportunity as India has become a global market worldwide, and it does provide a large consumer base, and because of which I think the it has become the fifth largest economy, and I'm open to hear your guys' views on this
I
one.
just have one more point and I would like to add it. So, as the rest of the world is aging, India is a young country, and if we play our cards right, we can be the next global power. If we take an example of China, which in 1980s, we at this point of time have the same demographic dividend. So the average age is around 28 years as of now. So we are a fairly young country. So I think we have great potential if we go ahead and make the most of it.
Yes, it drives the entrepreneurship process of the country as people have now access to more internet, better facilities of education. They grow their businesses, and thus we have the global influence. That means that we have the more bargaining power over the international countries because we have better consumer. We have more consumers than the rest of the world.
Yeah, I want to add one more thing. As we are the biggest democracy in the world, we can ask for UN permanent seat. As of now, India don't have a UN permanent seat. As we are biggest population and India is the biggest democracy, we can ask for that, and it will benefit India a lot.
According to me, population can be converted into an opportunity only if the rate of population as well as the employment generation are both in track with each other. So I think that is a major problem that government should work upon. Having the majority population chunk below poverty line is a major problem right now in the country.
I'm agree with you. About India's population is definitely not a problem, an opportunity itself. Because if there is more population, then what we can do is government should give more schemes for educating childrens, which will give.
Yes,
I
as stated
don't-
by you earlier,
Sorry.
that it is
Yes.
a young country. It is a young country that the government should invest in education fundings and infrastructure fundings to create more awareness about innovations and entrepreneurship, so that as a country we can grow forward.
Yes, I want to add one point is that India is government is doing in field of entrepreneurship like AICTC, UGC, and Niti Aayog. It's promoting entrepreneurship by introducing it in school education below 10th class.
I don't agree that education is the solution for getting a better job. The skills which are required at a job are completely different. As we know that we produce the largest population of engineers that graduate every year, and same is true for other management, other studies as well. But we are not getting a job. So the government should focus on schemes which can improve
Yes, they
or
are
which
providing
can.
local skill. They are providing local skill hubs. Government from the last 10 years has been providing local skill hubs that give opportunities to the younger people and labor forces and people who are innovative but they don't have the resources. They provide classes for the development of the specific skills only.
Yes, for that I also want to add one point. Recent government has introduced a Make in India program. Like they basically the
I completely agree with my friends that the overpopulation is the plus point for India. But there is also one negative part that overpopulation leads to over-exploitation of resources sometimes. People tend to destroy the environment just to fulfill their purpose and to use the extract resources and don't see that don't look for the future generations. It can be cover up or it can be fill up if there is more awareness about how we can use the resources in a sustainable way. for our future generations. So
I would like to add a point to that rising population is also resulting in overcrowded slums, and the people of the slums are directly dependent on natural resources like river for drinking water and thereby polluting them.
I think everybody in India is everybody in India is
I guess we are forgetting the main point. Since we have the largest population, we have the enormous, huge amount of workforce, which can provide a cheap labor. And so I guess the leadership should focus on bringing more of a industries, which will focus on production. Like my friend said the example of China. The China took the whole production of the West. That's why it is currently one of the greatest economy in the world. Along
And
with
one
service.
more thing, I would just like to add that along with cheap labor, we should focus on providing best skills possible so that tomorrow we as a country have global recognition and we can provide the best resources so that the world should rely on us.
yes,
But we
actually.
cannot compare ourselves with China, because the one missing factor in India is that China for most of the years still now had one child policy. That was the major factor in controlling the population and controlling the population within the country, and thus affecting their education system and their policies. We cannot bring that policy into us. So we have to think according to our what policies will affect India, because China's thinking is very different from what we think right now as what will be good for India.
I would like to bring one more thing into notice. That is cheap labor really good for India's economy? Like, should people outside India be benefited with the cheap labor thing?
Yes, outsourcing is very popular for India right now, as India provides cheap labor and people from different countries do outsourcing rather online or offline, because India has biggest manpower in right now in India.
But you not think so that we are only creating labors and there are
I
less
think
number of
just-
leaders.
I'll just take this question up. So when I was doing a job, so around a factory of four people used to take care of accounting. So when that service got moved to India, 8 people could support in similar for the same amount of money. So 8 of us are getting employment, and that is one big factor. And secondly, it is cheaper for them as well. So both of us are benefiting from this
But
situation.
they are getting lesser than the market value. Like if there's a software developer who is earning around 100K a year, and that's really very much more than what we are getting in India right now.
We should.
Yeah, I think that this cheap labor mentality can create an economical gap between in India, as the people say, the richer is getting richer and the poor get
Yeah, so we can focus rather on cheap labor to skilled labor. Skilled labor, that's what the first point was, to have skilled labor through local hubs and education. We come back to the same point that India has to give education to the people to create this threat of a population to opportunity.
Yes, I think I agree with her, and I want to just say that education system should be changed according to me, which will provide more skilled education, they can add more skill to giving to the children, other than what now in this education system is running, like only theoretical education they are providing. But I think government should change their education system. This is the root cause, I think.
Okay, so I think I should conclude this GD. So the government should work on improving the educational policy. At the same time, focusing more on sustainable development. Is there any point that you guys wanna add on this, just to conclude this GD?
Focusing on skilled labor more than cheap labor.
Okay.
Focusing on
And having an international presence in the market.
one thing I want to add, that we have a huge population which has benefited our startups. In 2024, we have created 170 unicorns. And in total we have 170 unicorn. In 2024 we have 7 unicorn. That was the due to we have huge population. We don't have to depend on outer market. We can cater a big market inside India also.
Yes, so to conclude, we have to focus on the skilled labor, international presence, and economies of scale.
Yes, I